All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Jacob from Jacobito Yoga. Welcome back to day 9 of the Monkey Session series. Now, if you're just joining us, that is A-OK. Throughout the program, we have been working on building a solid 25-minute workout, but along the way, adding on some fundamental yoga skills so that by the end of the program, you can feel really confident continuing with me, working on your own, or even in the studio when they open back up. Today, we're going to continue working on new additions to our flow. And that'll be particularly by building out some lunges and working through a better way to get down to the ground that actually engages the whole core, not just your shoulders. If you're just joining us, breath is key to the practice. So if you find yourself getting lost or not sure what to do, just continue to breathe, ground yourself in the breath, and join back in whenever you're ready. So come to your feet, toes painting forward. Bring a little bit of awareness to the body. Wiggle the toes, maybe close your eyes for a minute. Bring your hand to your belly and just start to fire up the breath. What does it feel like to feel your body? Just breathe. Lengthen the breath a little bit. Deeper inhales, deeper exhales. And if you'd like, bring your hand to your mouth and really exhale forcefully. And feel the condensation fogging up on your hand. And on the inhale, suck it all up. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right, let's add some movement with that. Inhale, arms up. Breathe through your mouth this time. Exhale. Forward fold. Bend the knees. You can wiggle a little bit here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach through everything, middle finger to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, send the breath through the nose. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Try and reach your sit bones up to the sky. Inhale, arms raise all the way up. Okay, one more time. This time, exaggerate everything. Breath and motion. Inhale, arms up. You feel a little unstable because you're exaggerating everything so much. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach from butt to crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. Reach it. Exaggerate it. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we'll continue. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Ground into your body. This is just the start. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and just make your way back into a downward dog. Slowly step your feet back and feel a little bit into your palms. Give yourself a little stretch. Maybe pop your heels up, bend your knees, get a little bit of rotation in the butt. And as you're ready, just come down to the knees. So throughout the practice this week, we've been working on ways to get to the floor from down dog. You'll do it every practice going forward. So just as a little bit of a demo, maybe you've seen people come down in this position, an ashtanga position, or you've seen people rock forward and do that chatturanga and then come up here. We'll work into chatturanga next week, but this week I want to focus on getting ourselves down in a shoulder-safe way that also builds core intensity. So come to your hands and knees, just a tabletop position, and I want you to flow incrementally each part of your body from your knees to your hands down. So we'll do it all together. Start to drop the thighs, then the hips, then the belly, and then your ribs. Right? So it's a slow progression down. You're looking forward. Fire up the legs. They're still awake back there. And on the exhale, come back to hands and knees. This time, push yourself into downward facing dog. All right, we're here in down dog. Rock everything forward. Hang out in plank pose for just a moment, and then let's do it again, this time starting with the knees. So on the exhale, drop the knees, thighs, hips, belly, and ribs. All right, so we're still here. Our hands haven't moved. Float the palms up and off the ground and hover them behind you. We're not cranking on the back. A millimeter off the ground with the hands is just fine. And now if you can, dig into your legs, feel them, and raise them just a millimeter as well. So the whole unit is off the ground. We call this locust pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Come back into your downward facing dog. And one last time, slowly, let's really feel into that motion of each part of the body coming onto the floor. So rock forward all together. Push the ground away up top, but in the back, slowly drop knees, thighs, hips, and ribs. Hold yourself here. This time, float the palms just above where they are. And if you find your elbows coming out, pop them in. Feel like your elbows have a rubber band between them that's just holding them up. And now float the legs off the ground. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring everything down. Come back to your knees. And then step back up into downward facing dog. All right, walk yourself to the top of the mat. Hang at the front for a moment. Give your shoulders a rest. Roll your way up to standing position. And let's start to incorporate that into a flow. Take an inhale, ground into your body. A little smile across the face. Let's go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fire up the breath. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot back. Stay here in a low lunge position, but your chest is high, right? We're on our spidey fingers, our fingerprints, because we don't want to collapse down. We want to push the ground away, and this helps remind our core to wake up. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, rock forward. We're not coming down this time, but we are just feeling into all the fingers. Get the wrist out of the back of your weight, but across the whole palm. It's really challenging for people. Exhale, come back in a downward facing dog. Take a breath, feel your butt get a little higher. Push through the sides of the body. Exhale, knees down, bring the right foot forward, any way you can get it up. Inhale, pop up the back leg, look ahead. Exhale, step to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands push against shins. Exhale. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. The breath should be loud enough that it's bothering your neighbors. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot back. Inhale, bring the chest forward. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Rock forward to your top of push-up or plank position. And this time, think about your legs. We forget about them back there, but fire them up. Engage the thighs. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Bring the knees down and anything to get that left leg to the top of the mat. Pop up on the back leg. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, bring it up to the front of the mat, forward fold. Your knees can still be bent here, right? That's perfectly viable. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's build on that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot back. Now this time, take a breath to prepare. Anchor your feet into the ground, and as you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up into a high lunge or crescent lunge. Check in on your ribs. Are they forward or are they pulled back and contained? Inhale here. Exhale, hands to ground, push back into downward facing dog. All right, from here, slowly creep yourself forward into a push-up position. And now follow the sequence that we established. So bring down knees, thighs, belly, slowly, ribs. Inhale, look forward, chest up. Float the palms behind you, lift the feet off the ground. Even tuck the toes if you want some intensity. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the hands, come to your knees and back into downward facing dog. Stay here for the breath. And on the exhale, bring the knees down, right foot forward between the hands. Just get it up there somehow. Inhale, pop the back knee off the ground, look forward, get yourself set up. And as you're ready, sweep the hands up and off the ground. If you feel unstable, pop a leg out to the side, right, like a tripod. But keep the knee over the ankle. Inhale here. Exhale, hands down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink into yourself. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Stay present. Stay with it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot back. Free breath to get set up. Is your knee over your ankle? Are you collapsed down or are you pushing up and away? When you're ready, inhale, arms up, crescent lunge, tuck the ribs. Take the middle finger closer to the ceiling. Woo! Exhale, plant the hands, come back into your downward facing dog. All right, you've been here before. Inhale, rock forward. And exhale on the progression, knees, thighs, hips, belly, ribs. Keep the chest forward, bring the hands back behind you, floating off the ground, lift the legs. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the hands, knees, and back to downward facing dog. Walk out your dog. I don't like it when people say that. Just move your legs a little bit. Inhale, exhale, plant the knees, left foot forward. Pop up on the back leg. Inhale, look ahead. And as you're ready, you know what to do. Sweep the arms up. Activate both feet into the ground. Reach up in your crescent high lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. It's getting toasty here. All right, recommit. Continue to flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Extend your head forward. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot back, knee down this time. Get set up and inhale, sweep the arms up and over the head. If you find yourself coming forward, pull it back. Engagement and control in the midsection and the whole body. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the hands, come back into downward facing dog. All right, we'll add a little bit of heat here. Come up to the top of push-up position, raise your right leg, knee to nose. Stay for the breath, push everything away. Exhale, come back into your plank position and follow the progression. Let's count it down on 3. Start with the knees. 2, thighs and belly. 1, ribs. Look forward. Inhale, raise the palms. But this time try putting your feet into the ground. Don't lift them. So we're engaging from the core and the lower back. Inhale. This is tough. Exhale, plant the hands. Come back into your downward facing dog. Take a moment and inhale. Exhale, knees down, right foot forward, and swing back up into your Anjaneyasana. What happens when you level the hips and you push your back foot into the ground? Whew, waking it up. Inhale here. Exhale, hands down, step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, forward fold, sink into it. You know the motions now. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot back, knee down. Get set up. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Push equally into both feet. Take an inhale here. Smile. Exhale, plant the hands, come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward. Float the left foot off the ground if you can, otherwise just hold the plank. Knee to nose, push everything away. Focus on your fingertips this round. Exhale it back, and let's follow the progression. 3, knees, thighs, 2, hips, belly, 1, ribs. Inhale, float the palms. Push the feet into the ground and get just a millimeter more space. It's hard to breathe here, I know. Inhale. Exhale, plant everything. Come back into your downward facing dog. Exhale, plant the knees, left foot forward. Anjaneyasana, last one for a while. Inhale. Plant both feet into the ground. Kick down on that top of the back leg. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the hands, step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up, reach through it. Exhale, hands to heart center. Commit to your breath. 2 long inhales and exhales. Feel your body. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and just walk yourself back into a downward dog. Take a breath here, push everything away. And if you're ready, come to your knees and just take a moment. Okay, so as we add on to the flow, we've practiced getting from down dog to the floor. Now I want to practice and make sure you leave the program ready to get from a lower position up into a higher position. So in this section of class, I want to practice getting up off the floor into a warrior 2 and then migrating that into warrior 1. So if you're new, we'll walk through the steps. Everyone come to your hands and knees. Pop up into your downward facing dog. And for the first step, raise your right foot off the ground. Just a little bit, a millimeter. If you have the space and strength to lift it up higher, great. Look at your hands and push them away actively. And for the first iteration, just bring your foot halfway up, like right here. You're kind of in like a track start type thing. All right, so feel what that's like to have your body kind of in transition. Come back in a downward dog, raise the leg if you like. And this time, come forward somewhere halfway between a down dog and a plank position. So maybe your back is still straight. It's hard to stay here, so we won't stay here long. But I want you to practice swinging the leg forward and planting it between the hands. Try that. Swing the leg forward and plant it between the hands. All right, so now that we're here, we're in a low lunge, which we're familiar with, but we need to get up. How are we going to do that? A few steps. First, bring the back foot, the heel to the ground, and the toes off the mat. Second, bring your body weight into your core and leg. Float the fingers. They can stay on the ground, but really lighten them up. And on the inhale, swing everything open. And we're here in Warrior 2. It is so fun to watch everyone swing up like that, let me just say. Okay, knee over heel, hands on the hips, maybe you balance them out, make sure they're not doing something crazy. And you get to toggle the back foot to choose your intensity. All right, so here in Warrior 2, let's actually go back down into our high lunge, cartwheel the hands down, pop the back heel up, and I want us to practice the feeling of transitioning from here to there. So, step 1, circle the heel, the back heel to the floor. Step 2, engage your core and leg, bring the hands a lightness. And on the exhale, bring everything up, cartwheel everything open. Good. All right, from here, bring your hands to your hips. Tuck the right toes, not tuck, but swivel about 45 degrees off the mat. So your back toes are facing somewhere like the corner of the room. Hands on your hips, and bring everything also to the corner of the room. So we're not facing front yet. We're just off at an angle. I'm going to adjust my back foot. It's more comfortable for me. You can too. And here, inhale, raise your hands. We're in something that a favorite teacher of mine, Jason Crandall, calls Warrior 1.5. Sink into it. Don't compromise on that knee. And as you're ready, swing the whole unit to the front of the room. You're going to feel it in your hip. You're going to feel it in your top of your left quad. Inhale here, and exhale back into Warrior 2. So opening everything back up, hands reaching. And on the exhale, pivot everything back down to the floor. We're back here in our high lunge. Okay, let's follow the process. This is the skill I want you to nail today. Roll the heel down to the ground, the back heel, toes pointing off the mat. Lightness in the hands, and on the inhale, sweep everything up into your perfect Warrior 2. Here you are. Bring the toes off to an angle, 45 degrees in the back toes. Hands to the hips. Rotate yourself 45 degrees off the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And on the exhale, rotate everything forward so you're here in your Warrior 1 position. Now you know what it feels like. Take another inhale here. Exhale into Warrior 2. And now we'll transition down back to the mat. Cartwheel the hands down and step into a downward facing dog. All right, here we are. Let's try the other side. Lift the left foot off the ground just a millimeter or two, or more if you prefer. And practice bringing it just halfway up on the mat. Like, what does that feel like for your body when you just bring your toes halfway to your hands? All right, come back into a downward dog. Raise the foot off the ground. And move yourself into that somewhere between plank pose and down dog. You can bring both feet to the ground if that's better for you. And this time, get the foot all the way up in between the hands. This is one of the more challenging movements in yoga. And as a result, as you're learning, this is a construction zone. Don't beat yourself up. You can put your foot anywhere you need to. You can put a knee down to get there, but practice that feeling. You know what to do with the back foot. Round the heel down, toes off to the side. Find lightness in the fingers, strong core, and as you're ready, let's sweep up into Warrior 2. Nice. You guys look great. Lengthen the hands like a string is pulling your head up. Hands to the hips. Bring your back foot in 45 degrees. Do the same thing with the hips. We're pointing off to the side. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, pull everything to the front of the room. Try and keep that back heel down. If you can't, shorten the stance. That's perfect. We want to seal the outside leg, the outside of that foot. And now let's open up into Warrior 2. Exhale. Take an inhale here. Don't forget about that breath. Exhale. And cartwheel our hands back down into a high lunge. Let's do that progression one more time. From here, plant the back heel. Inhale, sweep everything up into Warrior 2. Good. Hands to hips. Bring the back toes in. Hips 45 degrees off the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, shift everything to the front. Feel how that changes your relationship to your hips and your back. Back into Warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands down. Step back into your downward facing dog. Bring knees to the mat. And just flip over to your back. We'll close out with some nice core work. Come to your back. Get situated and just float your heels off the ground. Just a millimeter, not much. Head to the ground. And release. Let's do that again. Inhale, legs off the ground. This time, try bringing them perpendicular to the knees. And float the head off the ground, activating the core. Raise the hands if you like. Inhale here. And exhale. Bring everything down. All right, one more iteration. Raise the feet off the ground. Raise your chest up, head up. Hands float. Squeeze the legs together hard. And if you'd like, try straightening the legs. Doesn't have to be all the way. Settle here. Inhale. We're going to hold it for 2. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Lift the chest up. Exhale. Bring everything down. All right. Come, bring your knees to your hands. Cycle back and forth. Rock back and forth. Somebody told me this is their favorite part of the class, and I agree. Rock around. Pull the knees in together. Forearms over knees. Squeeze everything. Double the intensity. Give yourself a little smile. And on the exhale, let it all go. Shavasana pose. Listen to the birds. Settle into your body. And as you enjoy the pose, I will close out practice. Congratulations, we are now in the 3rd week and finished with the 3rd week of monkey sessions. Throughout the program, we've been doing a hard 25-minute workout that also builds yoga skills over time. We'll be back here on the mat next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, same time, same place. Check out hakabitoyoga.com if you haven't. Hop on the e-list. I'll be sending out my weekly schedule, links, and some interesting tidbits on Saturday or Sunday. So looking forward to that. And I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.